Hello and welcome to your July readings. We are officially in Cancer season and we are in a Mercury retrograde until the end of July, or almost the end of July. So I want to throw that out there, guys. Not the best time to make any huge plans, not the best time to sign contracts. If you have to, you have to, but I would recommend that you do it either at the very beginning of the retrograde or at the very end, but if you can help waiting till after, that's when I would do that, okay? This particular month we are going to be in a go kind of an energy. I've been watching the energies kind of progress throughout the spring, and especially with everything going on in the world. And June and July were definitely the months that everything was kind of picking up pace, okay? A lot of passion, a lot of action, a lot of go, a lot of possibly just movement, trying to actually get out there and do some stuff. So there's a lot of that going on. Discern, carefully as far as your energy goes throughout the month. But we're going to take a look at your personal emotional state. And, I say personal, it's a general reading. But we're going to look at the self, which direction you're going in, what the external influences are, blockages, actions, and we're going to see kind of what you're manifesting into your life at the moment, okay? So I wanted to throw those out there. Let's take a look and see where your stuff is going. And if you are interested in a personal reading or want to look at your situation specifically, all my information for a booking is down below. All my rates are still 50% off, and all the information on how to book a session is there if you are interested. Hey Aquas, let's take a look at how this Cancer and retrograde energy is looking for you. We're going to take a look at the emotional state and see how that's being affected, how it's being influenced, all that jazz. All right, Aquas, let's take a look at your personal emotional state at the moment. Let's just see what wants to come out here. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, feeling confident, feeling like you've got a pretty decent understanding of kind of where you're going, what you want. Strength here. So feeling a renewal in that side of things, and the Hangman. But you're kind of stuck right now because there's something that you have. It looks like there's something you want to do, but you're not quite able to make that move at the moment because of, well, it could be numerous things. But I am sensing that there is a sense of support that's kind of lacking here, okay? There's a need for a long-term type of, I guess a long-term type of result that you need to rely on in order to even put any kind of energy into it is kind of what I'm sensing here. The 9 of Pentacles, you want order, you want control, you want to be able to make this work, but you're trying to find strength in this because something's kind of holding you back or making it hard to fulfill that. Why this is happening? Because you are meant to find a deeper meaning in all of this, okay? I feel like this has something to do with a partnership or someone that you are wanting to not necessarily pursue, but this could be an opportunity for expression, for fun, for creativity. It could be a job, could be a partnership, could be friendship. Either way, it's something new, something fun, something you really want to go and do. But there is something that's kind of holding you back from being able to make that decision. What it's trying to teach you is that just because it might not happen right away, it doesn't mean that that's the end of it. It's almost testing your manifesting abilities. Are you going to let this stop you from getting you ultimately what you want? It's also trying to tell you to listen to your intuition and allow these moments of discerning through changes and destiny and luck, good luck or bad luck, letting those situations give you the knowledge you need to make some decisions. Because I feel like this is your intuition, your guides, everything telling you the information that you need to know. But sometimes it's blocked out, sometimes it's denied, sometimes it's just completely avoided, okay, so that you don't have to get the answer that you ultimately don't want. How is this affecting your relationships? We've got the 4 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, the Justice in reverse, the King of Earth in reverse. So you are feeling like you're not very supported right now. Okay, there's some people or situations that are making it hard for you to make a move here. You're kind of stuck. You're not able to do what you're wanting to do. It is creating some frustration or some heartache here. You feel like it's a bit of an injustice and that someone's not really being fair. This is the ultimate influence. So I feel like there's somebody, whether it's a job, or partner, or parent, depending on who's watching this, is kind of holding, or partner, did I say that? Anyway, is holding you back from being able to make this move forward. It could be yourself even. You could be telling yourself this isn't going to work out. But I do sense some type of a delay here with the world. But it's uncomfortable for you. You don't like it at all. It seems like it's like that's the end. That's the way it's going to be, and you're kind of in like a funk from it. Is ultimately what I'm feeling. All right. What attachments are standing in your way? King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Temptation, and Nine of Swords in reverse. So there is some type of an authority figure that is holding you back. They've kind of put their foot down or planted the seed that, nope, that's just not taking place. I do see that there's a temptation to kind of just do what you want anyway. You're like trying to work that out. I would be a little cautious in that. I would try to do your best to understand where they're coming from and to recognize the temptation that you have and why you have it. And it could just be as simple as you want to go and you can't right now. But I feel like there's something you need to be aware with that. You need to, consider when it comes to why are the blockages taking place. Okay, for example, I went to go camping a couple weeks ago, and I could, for whatever reason, there were so many things that were happening that were stopping me from getting on the road. And finally I'm like, I'm going. So I got on the road. I got a quarter, not even a quarter of the distance I was trying to go. It was 4 hours away. And I had so much happen to get me to stop what I was doing that I actually found something wrong with my car. And I went and got it. And it was done in a town I've never really been in, for a quarter or fraction of the price I thought it was going to be. And I was still on the road and got to my destination the same day, but safely. And if we had kept going, it would have been pretty nasty. So what I'm trying to tell you is sometimes things happen and delay us. I was pissed. I was so pissed that I couldn't do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. I had a whole plan. But I realized I was so grateful in the end, because even though, I could have just said, fuck it, and fought the grain and then been stuck on the side of the road with my family. But instead I listened to what the messages were trying to tell me. I just kind of dealt with it, and then in the end I got what I wanted anyway, even though it looked a little bit different or was in a different, it wasn't exactly the way that I had planned it. I still got what I wanted in the end, and that's all that matters. Okay, so just to each their own, but keep that in mind as far as I wouldn't push and force the temptation, okay, because it can create more anxiety and more of a difficulty than you even need, okay? It can also hurt other people and yourself. Okay, so let me, one card for blockage, and then I want to see what you should be focusing on. 2 of fire for the blockage. So just keep that harmonious relationship, okay? You want to keep things in a reconciled position. You don't want to have any fights or drama unnecessarily through the retrograde especially, okay? Focus right now needs to be on the Page of Wands. So keeping, yourself in a place where you are very optimistic and enthusiastic. You can still be excited for all of this. And you can even, let the people around you know that it makes you upset, and not being able to go and make this move, or being able to pursue this the way you ultimately want to. But I wouldn't be deceitful or force anything by any means. I don't recommend that. I recommend trying to balance as opposed to make worse, okay? The Hermit is about having some type of a realization or awakening, okay? You take a moment to think and ponder on things as opposed to react and make decisions on an emotional basis. All right. What you're manifesting into your life, well, You're obviously calling in some important things into your life. Okay, I think what's happening is you get a glimpse of what that kind of looks like, and you take off with it. But you don't realize that there's so much more. You're just getting tiny little tastes of what those things can look like. But that doesn't mean you have to jump on every one of them. It doesn't mean they're all meant to be jumped on. It means that if you wait long enough and you just watch and observe, you'll see that it starts to get bigger and better. And the more you hold your energy towards bigger and better instead of settling, the more you realize that, wow, I actually have the power to create as big as I want. Now, I need to stop trying to pull and take bites at the little things, okay? Make it big. And then bite at the big, not the little. Alright, and then Four of Wands. In doing that, you bring in an immense amount of foundational security, stability, commitment. It's just a lot of personal satisfaction because you did exactly that. You were able to kind of brainstorm and plan for your own desires. So rather than it being someone else's idea, you just took a moment to kind of step back, created your own, kept your own passion and your own drive and your own control of it. And that's what ultimately helps you get where you want to go, okay? Any other messages? Five of Wands. So don't let competition, conflict, or negotiations that don't go well make or break your decisions or change what you think is coming in for you. More than anything, this is not the time to sign contracts. I have not gotten that heavy of a message for any of my other zodiacs than I have just now for you when it comes to do not sign contracts. Okay? Wait till at least closer to the end of July. If you have to, you have to. Check every detail if you do. Okay, check every detail if you do. And just try to keep an eye out for any red flags and make sure all your P's and Q's are double checked. That's my biggest recommendation if you do have to sign contracts, because I'm getting the sense that some of you are going to. But there's nothing you can do, and I wouldn't recommend to wait. If it's something your intuition's telling you, nah, you got to do it now, do it. Don't not do it because of retrograde. Just be cautious and make sure you're double checking everything, okay? I hope that resonates, and I hope you have a fantastic month.